لگ گئی آگ سینے میں بجھانا بھی مشکل ہو گیا عشق کہتے کہتے عشق نبھانا بھی مشکل ہو گیا دیکھا جو دستور یار کو جان بچانا بھی مشکل ہو گیا جکڑے گئے زنجیروں میں راز بتانا بھی مشکل ہو گیا گر تو بھی جلوہ نہ دکھائے پھر میں کیا کروں اس تیرا
حضرت گوہر شاہی نے 1980 میں باقاعدہ تنظیم کے ذریعے درس و تدریس کا کام شروع کیا. آپ کا پیغام اللہ کی محبت کو بہت پذیرائی حاصل ہوئی. ہر مذہب کے افراد آپ سے عقیدت اور محبت کرنے لگے اور اپنی اپنی عبادت گاہوں میں گوہر شاہی کو خطابات کی دعوت دے کر ذکر قلب حاصل کرنے لگے. یہ ایک بہت بڑی کرامت ہے جس کی تاریخ میں نظیر نہیں ملتی کہ گوہر شاہی ہر مذہب کی عبادت گاہ کے اسٹیج مندر پر پہنچ جاتے ہیں. یوں تو بے شمار کرامتیں اور پروگرام ہیں لیکن چند چیزہ آپ کی تسلی کے لیے پیش کیے جا رہے ہیں. ملاحظہ ہوں. نیو یارک ہوٹل میں نیو لائف ایکسپو کے پروگرام میں گوہر شاہی خطاب فرما رہے ہیں. نیو یارک میں کرسچن کمیونٹی کی دعوت پر مؤخر 2 اکتوبر 1999 کو حضرت گوہر شاہی کو ہوٹل نیو یارک میں روحانی لیکچر کے لیے مدعو کیا گیا. امریکہ کی ریاست ایریزونا کے شہر ٹوسان کے مرکزی چرچ گریس سینٹ پولز ایپسکوپول میں حضرت گوہر شاہی عیسائیوں سے خطاب فرما رہے ہیں. زیر نظر تصویر 11 اپریل 1996 کے عظیم الشان روحانی اجتماع موسی گیٹ لاہور کی ہے جس میں بکثرت حنفی اور شافعی مسلم افراد موجود ہیں. امریکہ میں گوہر شاہی یونیٹیرین یونیورسلسٹ فیلوشپ پریسکوٹ ایریزونا یو ایس اے میں خطاب فرما رہے ہیں. ساؤتھ افریقہ کے شہر ڈربن میں سائے بابا کے عقیدت مندوں اور آتش پرست ہندوؤں کے مندر میں گوہر شاہی کا خطاب. نور ایمان مسجد امام بارگاہ ناظم آباد کراچی میں اہل تشیع حضرات سے گوہر شاہی خطاب فرما رہے ہیں. حضرت گوہر شاہی سکھوں کے جھرمٹ میں امریکہ کی ریاست ایریزونا کے شہر فینکس میں گرو نانک آشرم میں گوہر شاہی خطاب فرما رہے ہیں. حضرت گوہر شاہی کے اسم ذات کانفرنس سے خطاب کی ایک جھلک. نیو یارک میں بروکلن کی جامع مسجد ترک میں ہمبلی اور مالکی مسلم افراد سے حضرت گوہر شاہی خطاب فرما رہے ہیں.
Explanation and background to the cases. For many years, attempts have been made to entrap me in various cases. A price was put on my head, and attacks were carried out by the use of bombs, but God protected me. In my absence when I was in Ireland, England and the United States, on the invitation of the New Yorkers Hotel for a spiritual lecture tour, a decision was reached in the Section 295 blasphemy case against me. Whilst I was in Pakistan, this case remained pending for 4 months, and after I had left the country and 6 months later, without notifying me and without any opportunity being given to me, the government appointed a temporary lawyer at its own expense on my behalf, and a one-sided judgment was passed secretly in a closed room. On the 2nd of May in 1999, a first information report was lodged against me at the Tandu Adam police station. When I discovered this, I informed the former Inspector General of Police for Sindh, Rana Makbul, of the events, and on this basis a letter was sent by the Inspector General of Police to the police station of Tandu Adam on the 29th of July 1999. The letter requested that comments be issued regarding this case as, according to the accused, this case was fraudulent and wrongly instigated. Further, it was advised that this case should be passed on to the crime branch. At the same time, an application was made to the High Court on my behalf regarding the instigation of this false first information report. The High Court also demanded details from the Tandu Adam police station. The letter from the High Court was received by the police station on the 30th of July 1999. Both these letters were ignored, and within 3 days the police station made and issued the charge sheet on the 3rd of August 1999. It is not known as to whose courage resulted in both the letters being ignored, and upon whose courage the charge sheet was prepared and issued. No attempt was made by the police for my arrest, and nor did I escape, but I was busy and occupied as usual. At the end of May, I had to travel to the Punjab to participate in the Urs, the spiritual festival of Baba GOHAR Shah, and I spent 2 months of summer in my native village, as was the custom. On the 13th of August 1999, I attended and addressed a very large and well-publicized gathering on the occasion of Gyarvi Sharif, spiritual festival, at the Astana, which is a spiritual retreat in Kotri. In addition to the local intelligence agencies who attended this function, a police unit from Dadu, which was made up of about 25 police officers, was also sent for my protection. On the 18th of August 1999, when I departed for London, no one stopped me at the airport. The case remained pending for another 9 months, and when I intended to return to Pakistan, just in time for the Bakra Eid, then suddenly court proceedings were expedited and 3 life sentences were passed. I have no personal animosity towards these religious scholars and clerics, but they are the people who regard the teachings of saints and mystics and going to the tombs of saints and mystics as apostasy, and my teachings are the opposite of the beliefs of these people. These people are related to the Saudi Arabian lobby and Saudi Arabian teachings and derive unjust benefit from Section 295. A mullah cunningly lodges a false information report against his opponent and makes false witnesses of a few of his congregation. The faithful and the worshippers of this day and age are not enlightened people, and the station house officer, who is the overall in charge of a police station, also receives some financial benefit upon which he feeds himself, and consequently a first information report is lodged. Thereafter the judges too, due either to sectarian bias or their ignorance of the teachings of Sufism, pass very lengthy sentences. Many such cases have become the subject of lengthy sentences in Pakistan. The case of the alleged blasphemy against the Quran and the alleged blasphemy against the Prophet Muhammad against me is the conspiracy of such mullahs who regard themselves to be like the Prophet Muhammad, but whose characteristics are that of Satan. Is perjury, bringing about false cases, fraud, deception, falsifying the truth, and causing harm and suffering to the innocent, the work of those who are supposed to be like the Prophet Muhammad? It was in relation to such clerics that the wolf said to Jacob that if he had eaten Joseph, then may God raise him amongst the clerics of the 14th century, Islamic, which is our present time. This event is mentioned in a number of books. Answer to the first charge. On the occasion of my birthday, some Hindus published a sticker upon which my images on the sun, moon and the black stone were shown. The sticker had the following text on it: La ilaha illallah Riaz Ahmad GOHAR Shahi. In other words, there was no text after my name, which indicated to me being either a prophet or a messenger of God. This was a reflection of their devotion, which stated that after God they accepted Riaz Ahmad GOHAR Shahi as their Avtar, which they had also announced in the weekly newspaper Des Pardes in London on the 29th of July 1999. And according to their belief, there was nothing objectionable about the sticker and its contents. I did not endorse the sticker, and due to the misunderstanding that it potentially may have caused amongst Muslims, I instructed that such material not be published in the future, and that whatever material was to be published should be done so subject to the approval of the Central Committee. At that point, the same clerics took the sticker to the President, Rafiq Tarwar, and the President demanded an explanation from scholars and clerics of the Islamic Ideological Council. The clerics wrote to the President, stating that the name GOHAR Shahi, which was to one side of the text La ilaha, did not constitute the kalima, the Muslim affirmation of faith. The images. Answer to the second charge. These images related to the black stone, the moon and the sun are a reality based upon evidence, which in addition to the book, Religion of God, are also on the internet. The judges should have investigated these images, and only in the absence of evidence they had the right to pass sentence. But due to pressure from the Home Secretary of Sindh, an injustice was